Hello there, welcome back to the Wheels and Journeys YouTube channel. I'm your host Prashirwin Naidu, and ever so often we get something quite special that comes into the Wheels and Journeys driveway, and today we have the Toyota Supra. And as you can hear, the glorious sound of the B58 motor from BMW is sounding so beautiful. But first, let's get the gripes out the way. Well, there was nothing that really struck the chord this weekend of driving the Supra. I have to admit, I was so impressed with this car in terms of everything it had. Apart from the weekend and the experience with it, I really was shocked as well, because I almost got into an experience where someone tried to hijack me in this car. And the situation thus escalated in a way where we escaped, we evaded them, thankfully, and the other vehicle ended up crashing into a wall. And I know, just firstly saying those few sentences, you might be thinking, what happened? Well, it was a late night. We are coming from a mutual friend's house and a party, an event, and someone got into our fast lane, or our lane, oncoming lane, and wanted to hijack us. They tried to get out and we escaped. But to fast forward, I couldn't be more grateful to be in any other car that day, because they were really trying to chase us and they were trying to push us off the road. And this car, it shined, to be honest with you. From that perspective of its quickness and its fastness, I was just simply trying to keep it together. But apart from the gloomy, situation, we made it out safe. We all made it out alright. There was nothing that really happened. We all managed to make it out okay, in good stead, and that was the main thing about it. So yes, the Supralicious. This weekend was such a fantastic weekend because I had 3 whole days with this beautiful car. The design of this car was just something out of this world. I loved how it looked up front and close. I feel as though pictures sometimes don't do it justice. I feel that a car like this deserves to be taken out and really captured. It's so weird how when you look at it on photos, it looks cool, but in front, up close, it's like, I felt like James Bond when this car arrived on the driveway. I felt as though it was something special, especially this color. This color really popped, caught my eye. It's almost like a gray, not a gray, but like a dark, intense, bluish kind of color. But I'll find the actual color scheme name and put it in the right down below. Furthermore, the front end of the car is so nice. I love how aggressive it looks. Even the back end of the car is so beautiful. I love it. Boot space obviously is not practical. It's about 270 liters of capacity. But you don't want to hear about that. You want to know what's beneath the bonnet. Well, yes, you all know, car enthusiasts will know, it does share the same B58 motor from Bavaria. The Japanese Bavaria brand, Japanese came with the design, the iconic design, and then Bavaria, obviously the motor supplied them, because I think, Toyota didn't want to get into they didn't want to recreate it. They wanted to simply give us something cool, but also they are trying to, focus that funding on the electric. They don't want to redesign a new Supra, honestly, beneath the bonnet. So they partnered with BMW and they gave us this, and I think it's so wild. It's the same motor from the M240i. It's a 3-liter 6-cylinder turbocharged petrol motor, pushing about 285 kilovolts and 500 newton meters of torque. Basically, that means it's flipping fast. Especially with this car, especially with its weight that's moving. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's intense. It wants to move. It is very tail happy. Just driving this car on the roads, and it's so good fun that I fell in love with this car. But also, I was so grateful that this car helped that situation, because if we weren't in something fast enough to escape, And obviously I took it to the cops. I made sure to lay a charge or get a case opened. But yes guys, that was one of the most, I kid you not, it was honestly very daunting. But furthermore, this car really, I love it. And when you hear the sound of it, my goodness, I put it into sports mode. It just wants to go, you know, and you just feel it was a beautiful recipe that was mastered to perfection. I've driven the M240i 2 years ago, and that had all-wheel drive. This is rear-wheel drive, so it feels like a completely different animal we're dealing with here. It feels as though I'm not really it's nothing really that strikes out. It's so amazing. And my favorite part about this car is when you go down the tunnels and you listen to the sound of a B58 motor. This has to be my favorite thing about this car. So we're in the tunnel. We're going to enter the tunnel now. 3, 2, 1. I could never get bored of that sound. But yes, fuel wise, obviously it's not really that bad actually per se. I achieved 50 liters per 100 kilometers, and that was quite not bad actually. And I've heard fewer lower outputs or seen fewer outputs, about 9 liters per 100 kilometers in just normal driving mode like now. And I'll be honest with you, I did kick it into sports mode a lot of the times, and I did enjoy this car. I love the idea of just driving it on the open road. It just wants to keep giving you more. When you put your foot down, it just wants to entice you. And you have to be so careful because of its rear-wheel drive nature and its tail-happy nature. You just have to be so careful in those aspects. But I mean, hey guys, I love everything about the Supra, from its overall feeling, its driving. It just gives you so much more, not confidence, but it's something that I feel like as the years roll on, it's going to become such a classic. And I know some people always scoff, oh, it's a B58 motor, it's a BMW base. Yes, it is a BMW underneath the bonnet. It has BMW stickers as well on the door frames. You know, it is that. But I think what they were cooking here, what Toyota and BMW both concoction together, has given us something that you can be proud of. It's just it's iconic. That's the word I would describe it. I'll take it too far and say it's iconic. Because I think it's so, the nature of it, it just wants you to give you more. Inside, obviously, it's lovely leather wrapped steering wheel, paddle shifters, infotainment system. It's really simple. It's kind of like trying to get into a bathtub. You do feel you're not going to look cool trying to get into this car. It's so low to center gravity. You feel it, but it's firm. Obviously, the suspension is firm. The steering feels amazing. It feels light, and you just want to go. You just want to feel. You just want to put your foot down, and you want to go, and you want to feel it, and it just gives you a smile like a kid again, you know. And I feel like as though many cars don't do that as often. And obviously, you know, from the Wheels and Journeys channel, we don't really get crazy sports cars as often as we can. But when we really do, like now, it's such a fantastic thing. And the infotainment screen, you'll notice as well, it's simple. There's not much storage facilities. I did lose the keys inside the car. You know, it gets stuck in the no-go zone and you can't find it. But inside, yes, the seats are just so, it holds you, grips you. These sporty Alcantara seats, it just holds you, and it just wants to, it grips you firmly. Heated seats too, I like that. It's been so cold in Johannesburg over the last couple of months, very cold. But yes guys, I really loved being in this car. Every aspect about this car, just it gave you some happiness, you know. It made one feel happy, and I couldn't have asked for such a better day to be with this car. It was happiness, it was pure bliss. And yes, it's a recipe well cooked. I think you know, overall the Toyota Supra from just my week with it. I know this is a very short review, but so much things happened this weekend with this car that I have just, it put a damper on things when someone tried to hijack me and put me in that situation. But furthermore, I was so happy to be in this car. I really relished the time with this car, and I think if I had the 1,530,000 rand to buy on this car, I would take it in a heartbeat because of its classic sports car prowess. It's there. It's so, yeah, it's so raw. It's so, you know, you just want to have fun. And I really loved everything about the Supra, guys. And I know, you know, I keep on saying I love it, but it's the truth. It's a bloody great sports car. And I think that, yeah, time will only tell. And yes, thank you so much for watching. It's the Wheels and Journeys YouTube channel. If you want to read more about the Supra, down below, click the link in the box. Or head over to the Wheels and Journeys, you know, YouTube channel for more videos too. I do a regular Capricorn FM radio insert every week on Fridays at 12:30, where I chat cars. There's also a radio clip on this too. But yes, that's me signing out, guys. And we're gonna give you a bit of a solitary goodbye. I could never get bored of that, guys. Oh, okay. Before I say goodbye, let's just take it on another stretch of road right now, because it gives you those butterflies in your tummy. Oh man, oh my word, guys. One more time, one for the road. Thank you so much, guys. Much love and peace.